Hello, my fellow investors. I posted a whole series on DHC, and in one of the videos I put up the question about management. And so I decided, let's start doing some research on RMR. And I've done research probably for more than a week. And by me, I'm a full-time investor, so for me, a week is like 5-10 hours a day of research. And I have to say, I give up. I've done extensive research, and the more I do, the more I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I have no idea if this company is just totally incompetent, is it rotten to the core, or is it just outright corrupt? I have no idea. I didn't see anything that shows corruption, but there's some really, really funny things going on in this company, and it stinks to seventh hell. That's all I can say. Something is really, really off in this company. So I gave up after a week. I have no idea. People who are investing in this company, I hope this video will help them if they want to continue to do research. Maybe in the comments below, a lot of investors could come together and help each other out. I don't know. I'm not touching anything that has to do with this with RMR. Something over here is really, really off. So let me just share with you all the research I did. Not all, only like the main parts of it. So my first problem was doing research with this company was anytime I started looking for something, I just couldn't find anything. Like, you want to check out a company's history. So you put inside the symbol, you start Googling it, and I couldn't find anything. And soon I figured out that all these companies, the whole time they're changing the symbols. So DHC was once SNH, ALR was once 5. And I was thinking, why are they changing the whole time the symbols? Why are they changing these company names? And I don't know. Maybe the reason is because they don't want people to be able to do research on them. It's very hard to do research on a company which doesn't exist anymore. And maybe they just don't want people to see what people were writing on, let's say, in Yahoo conversation 10 years ago, because the symbol doesn't exist anymore. So much companies I was looking up and they just don't exist anymore. You could see what people are writing now on DHC or on Alaris Life, but you can't see what they wrote then on SNH, because SNH doesn't exist anymore in Yahoo. I don't know. Is this the reason why they're changing the whole time the symbols? Maybe. Maybe there's a different reason. I don't know. But it's very, very hard to do research on companies that don't exist anymore. So after I don't know, maybe 20 hours of research, I saw I can't get anywhere, so I decided to do a different approach. I went into the first 10K of RMR, which goes back to 2015. I said, okay, let's find out all the companies they have. And through those companies, maybe I could do the research. So let me just give you one example of a company. So I was looking at a company that they had. I was checking up RMR F.I.R.E. They had a company, RMR, had a company which was called RMR F.I.R.E. What happened to RMR F.I.R.E? Okay, I started looking, and okay, so let's continue on to see what happened with RMR F.I.R.E. So RMR F.I.R.E ceased to exist. What happened to RMR F.I.R.E? Over here, wait a second. I have just so many things over here. Okay, so this I finally found it in the SEC. And okay, so RMR F.I.R.E, over here we have it. This is from 2009, I think, or 2008. You can see over here RMR F.I.R.E, so they're merging it. So RMR F.I.R.E ceasing to exist. Name of the fund, RMR F.I.R.E, so they're doing a merger. Who's buying the merger? Well, okay, let's continue on. All the different things about RMR F.I.R.E, and it's getting merged in together with RMR Real Estate Income Fund. State the name of the fund surviving the merger, RMR Real Estate Income Fund. Okay, so what happened to this company? But let me just show you something else. Over here they have the release to the SEC about the RMR F.I.R.E fund. So over here you can see over here, filed an application on June 2009 and amended in August, requesting an order under the section. The company has ceased to be an investment company. And over here you can also see another thing. This is a Form 4, RMR F.I.R.E Fund. So over here you can see in the small numbers on June 18, 2009, RFR reorganized with RMR Real Estate Income Fund, RIF. So we have RFR, RIF, and they combine together. Okay, so RMR F.I.R.E turned into RIF. What happened to RIF? So let's just see over here, 7 Hills. So here we have RMR Preferred Dividend Fund, completed reorganization with RMR Real Estate Income Fund, and declares final dividend. Here, 2009. After the close of the business day, RMR Preferred Dividend Fund was reorganized into RMR Real Estate Income Fund, RIF. So, RMR Preferred Dividend, which was RMD, turned into RIF, and we also know that RMR F.I.R.E was also into RMR Incomes. So what happened? Okay, so I started looking what happened to RIF. What happened to this company? So finally I found over here. This is from Business Wire. RMR Real Estate Income Fund declares its final dividend. Merged into RMR Asia Pacific Estate Fund. A new company. So over here we have RMR Real Estate Income Fund, RIF, was merged into RMR Asia Pacific Real Estate Fund, RAP. So RIF now turned into RAP. What happened to RAP and RIF? So they had here two mutual funds. One was XRAPX, XRIFX. Both of these mutual funds don't exist anymore. What happened to them? What happened to RIF? So we have RIF over here today announced that it will change its name RMR Mortgage Trust. So RMR F.I.R.E turned into RMR this turned into RIF. RIF merged with RAP into two mutual funds that both stopped to exist, and they turned into R something else. R this, R that, R this. This company is totally merging and changing. And what is this? In 10 years. So what happened to this company? This the last name was RMR Mortgage Trust. Okay. So here we can see this is turned into Seven Hills. Over here we have, this is the 10K from Seven Hills with 2021. And as we can see, what's going on? Legal proceedings. During the year ended December 31, 2000, 8 lawsuits had been filed by shareholders of ours, then known as RMR Mortgage Trust. So now we have 8 lawsuits against RMR, the Seven Hills, which is RMRR. So the one company changed like 8 times in 10 years. So it was R, though I don't even remember which R was. R this turned into RIF, RAP and RFR turned together into R this. Those two companies ceased to exist and they turned into this company. This company, does this seem like a normal management company? Like, why are they merging and changing and I don't know. This is something like really, really crazy. And this is only one fund. The RMR F.I.R.E turned into RMR this, into RMR that, in 10 years. And now we have full of lawsuits. I don't know what happened before that. Okay, so then I started looking into another company, RMR Intl International. They had here a company, RMR International. What was RMR International? RMR International was, as we can see, where is it? Okay. RMR International was, no, where is it? Wait a second. This is like a crazy thing. Wait a second. Okay, here it is. RMR International was founded in 2012 and is the owner of RMR Australia Asset Management, whatever this company is. RMR Australia. What happened to RMR Australia? I couldn't find anything about this company. RMR Australia, company founded in 2012 to manage properties owned by EQC located in Australia. Okay, RMR Australia holds an Australian financial service license granted by the Australian. Okay, what the crap happened to RMR Australia, which is RMR International, is a holder of RMR. I don't know, but I found this thing. And the 10K, this is from RMR's 10K, sorry, from 2019. This is 10K from 2019. So I found this little thing. Reclassification due to disposition of our Australian operation. Okay, so that seemed to start happening. So RMR Australia, which is RMR International, ceased to exist. Just another company of RMR ceased to exist. I don't know what happened to them. Okay, so some people would say that Adam Portnoy isn't totally corrupt, and he has an interest that these companies shouldn't go bankrupt since he holds shares in all these companies. So, is that true? I don't know. Did Adam Portnoy buy shares from his own pocket in all these companies? Or maybe he had a way to get shares without buying anything and without taking out a dime from his pocket. So, another thing I tried to do was I tried to check up all different people, managers, the RMR Group CEOs and key executive teams. I was looking up on LinkedIn No one, nothing. No one says a thing. You can't find anything on YouTube on these people. They don't write anything. I don't know. I didn't do a full research, but I know I found one thing, and that's confidentiality. But before I get to that part, I want to point out something why I'm not so sure Adam Portnoy paid a penny for any stock that he bought in any company. So this we have. This is a 8K from Hospitality Property Trust from 2015, and let's see something very interesting going on over here. So on June 5, 2015, so RMR, who was managing GOV, SIR, and SNH, somehow RMR got all these companies to buy shares of RMR Inc. So you understand what's going on over here? HBT is a 60% shareholder of RMR Inc., RMR and this RMR LLC. As a result of these acquisitions, R&R other REITs economic ownership in RMR is as follows. HBT holds 60%, GOV holds 5%, SIR holds 10%, and SNH holds 70% of RMR LLC. So maybe, I'm just saying maybe, I don't know, because it's so hard to find out all these things. Maybe the way Adam Portnoy is getting all kind of shares from all these companies is just doing an exchange. He tells the other companies which he's managing, he tells them, okay, you're going to buy my shares, and then I'm going to buy with the money you gave me, I'm going to buy your shares. And it looks as if he's actually invested in all these companies. Well, actually, he didn't get a penny. He just traded shares for shares. He holds everything. He holds everyone. He can tell everyone what to do. So he'll tell a company, he'll tell SNH, okay, you're going to buy now 1 million shares from my company. From the money he's getting from those acquisitions, he's going to buy back 1 million shares from whatever it is. So maybe just trading shares for shares. And it seems as if he has an interest in all these companies. Well, actually, he didn't pay a penny. He didn't have to pay a dime for all these shares. I don't know. It's so hard to figure this whole thing out. This one thing is one big chicken soup. This is going here, this is going there. I don't know what's going on. So I thought of using the Fisher's scuttlebutt method to try to reach out to all kinds of employees. As I showed over here, you have all these employees. They don't say anything. And on LinkedIn, I couldn't find anything. No one says anything. But then I found this thing. And this is the RMR guidelines. And as we can see over here, they have a whole guidelines for all the different people who work by them, and we can see over here. Where is it? Sorry, no, not this one. They have a confidentiality. Everyone has to sign a confidentiality. Where is it? Let me just see over here. Okay, a company that's signing their employees for confidentiality. I don't think that's a big problem, but let me just show you a little gem I found. And this is what I wanted to show you. So this is guy. Wait a second. Oh yeah, okay, here it is. This is the RMR's Code of Business Conduct and Ethics of 2021. So what it is right over here. Both during and after your association with us, you may not disclose any such proprietary and confidential information to anyone without proper authorization from us. You must take precautionary steps to prevent the unauthorized disclosure of proprietary or confidential information, including by protecting and securing documents and data containing this information. Disclosure of proprietary confidential information within RMR should not be made to any individual who is not authorized to receive it and has no need to know this information to perform his, her, or their duties. Okay, you say, okay, a company signs the employees with the confidentiality. Okay, but then I found this gem. So this guy, Mr. Andrew J. Ribholes, this is the Travel Centers of America. This is another company that RMR manages. And he resigned. So here we can see resignation from TA, resignation from RMR. He resigned from the company. And look what I found over here. And this should be actually very interesting. Confidentiality. You agreed. This is part of after he resigned. You agree that unless otherwise agreed on it before. Okay, so he has to give everything back, whatever, okay? And over here, in addition, you shall not at any times reveal to any person or entity, except employees of TA or RMR who need to know such information for purposes of employment or otherwise authorized by TA or RMR in writing, any confidential information of TA, RMR, or RMR managed companies, including, over here, this is the main part, including but not limited to, confidential information regarding the marketing, business, and financial activities and or strategies of TA, RMR, or RMR managed companies and the respective affiliates, the costs, sources of supply, financial performance What's financial performance? Why does a person have to be confidential about financial performance? Projects, plans, branding, acquisition or disposition, franchising and other business operations, strategies or plans, proposal and strategic plans of TA, RMR, and okay. Is this normal? I don't know. I'm asking a question. I have no idea. I'm not a lawyer. Is this normal that someone who resigned from a company is signing a confidentiality and he can't say about financial performances? Like, why? I don't know. So we come to the question, is RMR incompetent? Yeah, that's the minimum. I think that's pretty obvious. But this company has been from the late 80s. You can hardly find anything from back then. We have no idea what the company did. All these different companies that they were managing from the 1980s until 2010. That's 20 years. I don't know how many companies went bankrupt under them. I have no idea. It's impossible to find anything about this company. Everything is changing and merging and merging and changing names and changing symbols. And then you take 10 companies and put them together and new companies are made. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. At the minimum, they're incompetent. It seems to me that they're rotten to the core. That's pretty obvious to me. Why companies the whole time changing and merging, I don't know. But the question is, are they corrupt? I don't know. I have no idea. But if I have to ask a question, are they just incompetent or rotten to the core? I think if they're just incompetent, why are all the companies there RMR is managing are losing money, and RMR itself isn't losing money? So over here you can see the performance of RMR. I didn't even put in the numbers. I just wanted to see online. You have here for quick FS. RMR, the income statement. This is from 2013, minus 32 million, 10, 7, 37, 42, 96. Until COVID hit, they're earning every single year the money is going up. Okay, COVID hit, okay, 75, 29, 36, 30, okay. If they're only incompetent, why are they earning money? And our companies they're managing are losing money. If they're rotten to the core, yeah, then I understand. The companies they're managing are losing money and they're earning money. But if they're just incompetent, then they should also be losing money. A person who's incompetent, he doesn't know how to manage his own company. But it seems that they know how to manage their company very well. Only the companies that they're managing, besides themselves, are the ones who are losing money, but they're earning very nicely. So it would seem to me that they're much more than just incompetent. The minimum, they're rotten, if not totally corrupt. I don't know. But this company stinks like I don't know what. That's all I could say. And maybe if investors come together and do a full research, I gave up. I just say I gave up. I don't know what to do. It's so hard. I put tens of hours of research into this company. I hope this will help other investors just not get close to this company and run away from anything they have to do. But if investors want to come together and just try to find out maybe there's something more going on behind over here, I don't know. I want to know what happened to all the companies they managed since the 80s until 2010. What happened to all those companies? What happened to all the companies that they dissolved and dispositioned and merged over here and merged over there? All these different companies that merged. Every time there was a merger, every time. What happened? I want to know all these answers. Is DHC for me? That's the only company I really care about. That may be interesting. Is it worth a buy at 10 cents of the dollar, or this company so corrupt or so rotten that you have to run away from anything that has to do with RMR? I don't know. Thank you very much and hope you enjoyed this video.